My name is Stephen Kaplan. I'm the rector of the school. I've been with the school since its inception 33 years ago. And the school's mission is to train in art and design talented Dominican and international youth to be able to enter the workforce or to develop a level that will be recognized and can become their life's work and their life's passion. So we have a school that's affiliated with Parsons School of Design in New York. We have a rather strict review of portfolios for students who apply, and students who do not have the money to be able to study with us are eligible for our scholarship program. And we take the students with the best portfolios, and they stay with us for 2 years. It's a cloister. It's a cultural, educational cloister, and the ability to learn to live with people from different countries and different socioeconomic classes is a very important life lesson to us, as well as awakening an aesthetic sense in the student and learning to appreciate beauty, proportion, to understand passion for design and art. But basically, we then have a group of students, usually about 20, that study fashion. And in 8 months, 2 4-month semesters, they study the history of fashion, they study draping, they study construction, they study a core program, which are the basics of fashion design, and they study textiles as well. And at the end of that, they're supposed to be able to develop several garments to go on the runway. And then you saw in the Dominicana Moda, you saw last year's graduating class, which was invited. It was a very small class of 10 students, so there were only 30 salidas. There were only 30 things that went out on the runway garments. And each of those 3 different collections that the students produced was overseen by a critic who was a graduate of our school. So Joel Diaz did the day wear. Jose John Rodriguez, who's also a designer in the Dominican Republic, did the menswear. And Julio Marcano did the evening wear, which he always does because that's his forte. But we don't pretend that it's more than just a senior thesis show. You know, it's really showing some of the ability they've acquired in 8 months of study. Those that want to continue then usually go either to Europe or the United States or South America, where they continue their studies. Well, Julio Marcano, whose show you'll see, I think it's tonight, and Jose John is a graduate of our program. I mean, I wasn't there for all of Dominicana Moda, but they generally say that about 25% of the people who show are graduates of the school. Julio Marcano, who won the prize for the most creative show last year, is a graduate of our school and has a very big following among high-level clients in the country. It's a young school. We try and follow them as much as possible. Of course, the ones that are most successful are the easiest to follow. So we know when Rogelio Velasco has the cover of Cosmo magazine, and we know when Joel Diaz has Michelle Obama wearing his skirt in Hawaii, and we know when Hernan Landa has Rihanna or some other pop star dressed in one of his creations made out of python skin or something like that. We know those designers, and most of them are based in New York. And we know Julio Marcano because he's top-of-the-line designer in this country. We know Annie Abate because she designed uniforms and everyone wears her uniforms. And we know a lot of our students who are really successful, but we feel in a one-year program the best thing we can do is give them a solid foundation and a way to make a livelihood in a country that is emerging.